Hey Keeper fans, it is I, Ethan, and today we're going to be talking about the newest book in the Keeper of the Lost Cities series, and this is book 9.5, Unraveled. Isn't it so shiny, guys? It's so beautiful. Now, the funny thing is that it's book 9.5. I have never heard of a half of a book before, but this is something she has done, and it is very unique. The reason why this book had to be written was because it connects with Stellarlune as well as book 10, and the title was Unraveled because we're supposed to learn more secrets and information that Keefe is keeping inside of his head. Now, all of the Keeper books are limited to one perspective, and that is of Sophie Foster. So the book was written because she felt that Keefe's story had a huge impact on the other books. Do I like Keefe as a protagonist? I gotta say that he is like a killer. He is very comical, he's humorous, and he's a very good narrator for the books. Like, there was a very different kind of vibe. He brought a lot to the table. There was some moments where Keefe kind of got a little bit annoying. Yeah, that's the word, annoying, because there was a lot of corny jokes like of sparkles and cookies and cupcakes. But other than that, he just nailed it. He killed it. In this one, we follow Keefe's adventures in human land. In Stellarlune, Sophie asked Keefe if he would ever tell her, what he endured. And he said, "I will tell you one day, Foster. One day." And we get it all in here. I thought his adventures would be more heroic and epic. To be honest, it wasn't that cool. He started off in London because he wanted to unravel more about his legacy and what happened to Eleanor and Ethan Benedict. Because in book 8, Legacy, he learned that his mother killed these two London pedestrians for no reason. So he's had his theories, but he wants to find out more. So he is also in search of the green door, as well as why he was the one to deliver the letter. He thinks that it's something that is huge, and it may be connected to what his mother has up her sleeve later. Keefe is a very broken character. I could identify this in here. He's been through a lot, especially the Battle of Loamar, and he's struggling internally. The letter he gave to Sophie before he left in Unlocked, we explore his affection and love interest. Deep in his heart, he loves Sophie very much, and he's kind of embarrassed on why he would, write that on a single piece of paper. But it's kind of him battling, fighting for a girl he knows he can't get. Like, he thinks that, Foster likes Fitz. But meanwhile, Sophie is actually dreaming about him too. Now, he does learn some information about what happened to the people that his mother killed, but there wasn't that much information spilled. And I'm kind of disappointed in that because the title is kind of misleading. I thought, we would learn a lot of new stuff. Eleanor is still alive. She didn't die. And the whole time, it was basically for nothing. He is in the library one day when he meets Alvar, as seen in the cover. Alvar is Fitz's brother, and he thought that he was dead. He thought he was murdered, but he's actually alive, and he is in the human world. He wants to escape exile and forget about his old life. So him and Keefe stay in this hotel room, and they together are going to work together and have this bond, right? They're gonna be on the same side together and opposed to being allies. They're not going to be enemies no more, because it cost them so much pain, so much suffering. Keefe is still trying to get that over his head. The reason why I'm going to give this book a 2 out of 5 is because there was some agendas in here that I didn't agree with. Now, I am not homophobic. You know, I completely support this idea, but she implemented these LGBTQ themes in here. I don't like when an author does this in a book series because, like, it's kind of biased and makes you think in one way. There was a scene where he met this waitress, and, you know, she said, oh, I have a wife. Or there was a scene where he was walking in the park, and he met this jogger, and he's like, oh, I have a husband. So the rationale and the ideology on these, you know, democratic topics are not okay, and I felt very uncomfortable with what she did. And she has never done this in her books. You know, it's always been love relationships with a boy and a girl. It's never been, you know, two lesbians or two homosexuals. I don't really know if I'm ever gonna, you know, pick up on more of her novels because of this, but I'm still gonna be open-minded and try not to let this bother me because it still is affecting me. My favorite scene out of here, my favorite scene of all, was the bonus chapter. Yes, it was a retelling of chapter 42 when Keefe kissed Sophie, and hearing it from his perspective was actually better. I could feel the kiss and the scenery and, you know, his heart fluttering like a drum. It was very good imagery, like I was observing them. But other than that, the book was enjoyable. I liked it a lot. I definitely will not recommend it to, you know, sensitive people, but I will say that, like any Keeper book, it has a lot of action, suspense, and there's very good dialogue scenes. Thanks for watching, guys. That's going to be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on another video. Peace out.